Hello, Internet. I'm Corion, your witch in residence, and I want to talk about the Minecraft movie. Now, I have my own opinions on it and my own opinions on whether this should have been a movie. But before I get too deep into it, I just wanted to say there may be some new people in the audience today, and if there are, I would like you to please consider subscribing, giving that like, throwing the subscribe, even leaving a comment if you find what I'm saying interesting. Really helps out the channel. It would also help out your favorite YouTubers, so please consider doing so. Thank you. Now, with that obligatory ritual out of the way, let's talk about Minecraft. Now, in the Minecraft movie, the basic idea is it's inspired by the popular sandbox game. The film follows four misfits. Whoa. Who are transported to the game's overworld after activating a mysterious portal. There, they meet a gentleman going by Steve, which is the normal Minecraft character, who's an expert crafter, and they embark on a quest to thwart the evil Piglin sorceress, and her plot to destroy the overworld. Now, the group navigates various challenges, including battles with monsters, crafting weapons, and building fortresses. They face their own personal growth and learn the importance of creativity and teamwork. Now, once they return back to the real world, the characters apply their experiences. Garrett and Steve co-manage a video game store. Henry perfects his jetpack. Natalie teaches self-defense, and Dawn opens a petting zoo featuring Dennis, Steve's loyal dog. Right? Now, when I looked at this, I mean, it's fairly obvious that this movie is about embracing creativity and overcoming adversity through imagination. Now, those are lessons that I think the game teaches well as well. Okay. I started playing the game back when it was the dream of a single creator. And this was before early access games. This was probably, if not the first, pretty close to the first at the time. And it was an amazing thing to be able to see features be created and enhanced and come together and provide feedback on those features as they came together and build out my own game, like my own game world based on how things were created and what happened. I thought it was very touching that they provided a quasi cameo to Technoblade. He was an icon in the community, and the importance of remembrance there. Now, I think the key to me on this is definitely that overcoming adversity through imagination. Oftentimes, the world beats away our ability to dream and our ability to see ourselves in fantastic environments and kind of step away from the mundane reality and embrace something incredible. And by giving ourselves permission to dream, we may find solutions that we had not thought of before. I remember in Minecraft playing one time and realizing that I was spending far too much time of my day in Minecraft tending to fields and tending to chickens and what have you. And I started realizing that I could automate some of these processes with the blocks and tools in the game. And started building my own automated farm and automated chicken coop that would even cook the chickens so my character had something to eat. And I remember thinking later that day, going, you know, I could use some of the same logic I'm using to automate some of these tasks, to automate some of the tasks I was using at work, and create for myself more time to take on more interesting things for myself at work. And that's really the power of something like Minecraft, is it challenges us to dream and to create and to find creative ways to solve problems and to experiment and occasionally fail and rebuild and build something new and something better. And the creatures and monsters we encounter represent those pieces where we fail, where we fall, where chance and random circumstance encounter, and how do we defend against those. I specifically remember when they introduced one of the bad guys in the game, a new one, designing a fort around protecting myself from this type of bad guy. These kind of actions, these learning to create and to dream up new solutions and new problems, and then the solution to those problems, is how our mind stays elastic, stays young, doesn't get stuck in old perceptions, and keeps the dream part of us alive. And that ability to dream, that ability to reach out to the fantastic, to the impossible, is critical to being a fully realized human being. And I really do think is integral to the whole process of moving forward as people, right? So I also think it's really important for community building, right? I mean, think about sometimes the challenges we have with our neighbors and building a better community. Often it's creativity and finding unique ways to reach people that build a better community and lead to even better stories. I mean, my wife and I actually are celebrating our 19th anniversary soon, and we routinely went up telling the story about how we met at a bonfire party. And neither of us were looking for somebody at the time, but we both realized how amazing it was that we found each other through one of our very unusual friends' girlfriend deciding to hold a bonfire party in the middle of Toronto. And my wife wasn't even going to go until she saw this strange individual in a full pinafore apron walking down Yonge Street, which is a major street in Toronto, and her father saying, "Wow, isn't that weird?" And her rolling down the window and saying, "Hey, Becky, it's me." And realizing, well, now that she said something, she can't go back and not be a part of this party. And if it wasn't for her creativity of wearing something very unique to grab our attention so that we knew where to go, and we went, "What the hell? Oh, that's got to be Becky." And us going to make sure it was Becky, her creativity in picking something that we couldn't ignore led to all of us meeting and all of us being able to be together. We all have those unique pieces. We all have those silly and strange and unique solutions to problems. And while they may not always be the best problems or the best answers to those problems, learning how to navigate unique solutions to problems is what moves us forward. Even if they're not the best solutions sometimes, the fact that we've engaged them, the fact that we've tried, leads to new solutions that might be better fit later down the road. You guys are an incredible community, and I'm sure have come up with creative and bizarre solutions to problems, or maybe even solutions in search of a problem. That's often what my wife and I refer to my 3D printer as, is a solution in search of a problem. So consider the problems in your life and consider creative solutions to them. Even if they don't work out, they could lead to better solutions later. But allowing yourself to dream, allowing yourself to think outside the box, and embrace those less than standard solutions may lead you somewhere creative and wonderful and unique. And I truly hope they do. If you're looking for something that is kind of a unique creative output, I do actually recommend the video game for Minecraft. Play it on the most minimal extra mods that you possibly can. Play it on like the vanilla mode for a little while first, and embrace the weird world that it encourages you to build. Okay? I think you're going to find that afterwards you will look at the world a little different, maybe even a little more fun, and certainly more exciting. As for the movie itself, after having watched the movie, it wasn't my experience with Minecraft. Most of my experience with Minecraft, unless under very specific circumstances, was a solo act. I wasn't playing a lot of game of it with a group. And I personally was thinking initially, well, do we really need a movie about a single player sandbox game? But then my wife reminded me they made a movie out of the board game Battleship, so I guess everything can be a movie now. And as it continues to be a movie, I will continue to talk about it, so long as you guys are interested in hearing about it. Guys, I want to thank you so much for coming out today. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful week.